So we're really doing this. Whew. We're really doing this. I'm back. I know you have questions, but let me just reintroduce myself. Let me just do the intro. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Trudy, and if you're new, welcome. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Yeah, it's been over a year. Yeah, it actually has been over a year, and I have so much to talk about. I'm gonna fill you guys in on everything. Of course, from the title below you can see what kind of video this is. This is a life update video. I am gonna tell you why I have been absent for over a year. I have my notebook here with me because I had to write some notes because I have a lot to say. I really do. So yeah, stay tuned for all the deets. I am going to actually take you back straight from where I left off. So my last video was like a year and 3 months ago, actually. Last video I uploaded was that cat cafe video. If you haven't watched it yet, you can go ahead and check it out. And that was in September of 2020. Okay, and the truth is I've been absent because I've been living. I've been present. I've been grieving. I've been loving. I've been traveling. I've been just doing the works, all right? So, oh my gosh, I guess you guys can hear what's happening in my hallway. I hate that it echoes so much here. So yeah, I've been just living and just being in the moment, and that's why I've been missing, really. So where do I start? We're gonna unpack all of this together. We're gonna unpack 2023 together. As I said, got my notes. So the first thing I have here is, okay, first up, I'm now 31 years old. So my last video that you watched, I was 29 years old. I was actually vlogging up until I vlogged in 2023. So after my last vlog, you know, the cafe hopping one, I had my 30th birthday, and I did vlog the entire 30th birthday experience, and I just didn't upload it. I really just didn't. And I'm gonna put snippets from when I visit Young Shua. So right now you'll be seeing that. Bit of shopping that I did. To the birthday party that I had.
I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here.
It was an amazing 30th birthday, to be honest with you. And right after my 30th birthday, China actually went haywire with this whole COVID thing, right? And I think that's what really took a toll on me for why I was absent for an entire year. So my 30th birthday went by, and then China just had like major lockdowns. When I tell you major, I was being tested for the big C like every day. I didn't have work. I was just being swabbed every day, you know, if I had this virus, and it was really ridiculous. And I mean, for the most of the whole, that quote-unquote era, I was fine. But after a while, it began to wear me out. So that happened. During that time also, guys, I have to follow my notes, because if I don't, oh my gosh, I should just say this part off. If I don't, you're not gonna get like the entire rundown. So after, like, during the whole COVID period, Big C, I don't even mention the name, but the whole Big C, I also launched my business and online store, and that took a lot of my time as well. Currently it's on a halt because I think I just need to revamp it. And that's the thing about me. If I feel like something is not in alignment with where I want it to be, I usually just pause and just revamp. So I'm in that process of revamping that business. And that store was supposed to just provide affordable interior decorating interior decorating items, and it was going pretty well. But I think not being in the country, it's not operating as how I would. So I need to re-strategize and just revamp my entire approach to that. And because I have a love for interior designing, I'm also doing some interior designing courses. So yeah, that's that. Oh, the name of my business is called Trudz Spaces. The vision behind the business, the mission is really to bring comfort and elegance with an affordable price. So all spaces should be able to, you can jazz up all spaces with items from my store at an affordable price, and it gives you that soft girl life, really. From the packaging to the item, everything's supposed to just remind you that, hey, we're not in this life to struggle. No, baby, no, we're not. Okay, so after that, so we had my 30th birthday, because I was in October, and then I launched my business within that time as well. China had their major lockdowns and everything was crazy. And then fast forward now to January. So, oh, I should mention, in December, I got COVID. Oh my God, it was livid, right? I did not expect COVID to have such a toll on my body. There's even something called a COVID mouth. So I even had like mouth sores, like on the roof of my mouth, on my tongue from COVID. I felt like my bones were actually, like breaking. It was, not to mention the chills that I had. But so yeah, so that's September to December. That's me unpacking that bit of 2022 that I was missing. Then January came, it's a new year, it's 2023. And China decided to say, hey, we don't care anymore. All these draconian lockdowns, they're over. They started to rip all their posters with their health codes and stuff. They were just ripping them from all over, because from my previous videos you also saw that we had to declare our health everywhere that we went. So they just got crazy and they were like, all right, COVID doesn't exist. And I think it was also had to do with some other things that was happening within the country at the time, and we're not gonna delve into that. So yeah, that happened, and COVID was no longer, and you could now travel somewhat freely. The only thing you need to do is have a COVID test upon return. Before, you couldn't exit the country and return without going through a lot of hassle and quarantining for like 14 days. Some cities would want you to quarantine for 21 days. But now, by January, all of that was basically demolished, like done with, aborted, mission aborted, right? That happened. So I was like, we're getting out of here. So my cousin and I, we went to the Philippines, and we spent about 2 weeks in Boracay. We were just on the beaches, drinking martini, just having a time. That we missed out, because remember, China was basically in lockdown from 2020, early 2020 until 2003.
Until 2003. So I did
not exit the country. I did not exit the country that entire time. And even traveling within was still a hassle. So yeah, that happened. And of course, you're gonna see footages of us just living, and that was January. And then I just wanted to be present. I just wanted to be in the moment. I was vlogging because I'm like, okay, even though I've been absent and I wasn't uploading anything, my heart was still with YouTube. And I was like, okay, I'm going to restart, and you know the jazz. So I did vlog, I got home, I edited, and guess what happened? Guess what happened? Guys, can you guess? I don't know if you're gonna guess this correctly, but hey, if you did, well, while I was uploading all the footage that I captured, all of them, got corrupted within that project. And because of all the frustration that I had prior to that trip, I was like, I threw hands. I was like, no. I'm always struggling when it comes on to my footages and editing, right? Because it's very challenging, and a lot of times my files, they get corrupted. So when that happens, it really gives me anxiety. Like sometimes I have general anxiety and it plays on me. And that is actually one of the main reasons why I have also been absent, because I am a Libra and I love balance. I cannot be consumed every day. So yeah, that was one of the major reasons also why I haven't uploaded in over a year. So yeah, January came and I was able to travel. And then after that day, when I actually tasted freedom, I just wanted more of it. I really wanted more. So in 2023, I visited 6 countries. And I vlogged 5 of those countries actually. Yeah, 5 of those countries I actually vlogged but didn't upload. So I went to Philippines in January, then I went to Cambodia in May, and then guys, I returned home. After 4 years. Let's see. So I initially came to China in 2018. I left in 2019, like the first time. So I came August 2018. I returned home summer 2019, right? And then I stayed home for like 3 months, and I returned to China in October of 2019. And then COVID hit in 2020. So I didn't see my mom, my parents, my family for what? 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 4 years. 4 years I didn't see my mom. I'm an only child. And if you personally know me, you know that my mom and I, we're tight. So yeah, I went home in summer. I went to Jamaica. I saw my friends. I'm gonna put in some videos too. I had a time. I spent some time in Miami with my boyfriend as well, and we had a time, and life just felt like, yeah, it was finally aligning the way it should. Whew, then guess what happens? Because when it rains, it pours, right? And during that 4 years while I was in China, like every year I had a family member dying that I couldn't attend the funeral. So I had like 2 aunts and 2 uncles that died in that 4 years that I didn't get to see because of COVID. So we had that. And I was like, okay, I'm so glad that I've now returned home and I can spend time with family before anyone else passes. So that was sweet, you know? And I left for China in August. Sorry if I sound a bit nasal. I'm actually battling a cold right now and it's taking forever to heal. So I finally got home and I was seeing family, I was seeing friends, and it was just a grand time. Like, you know, all those years that I've been absent, like I've been missing, like I feel like I was now getting back some of those memories, some of those time. And I even said to one of my cousins, like, yo, I'm so happy that I'm now home and I get to see everyone before anyone else dies. And whew, when I said that, I should have knocked on wood. I should have, because I believe I left for China August 17th. And when I was leaving, like a couple of days before I left, one of my uncles, he just started feeling ill, right? And this is my favorite uncle. And like every time, like even right now, I still can't fathom that this really happened. So one of my uncles, he started feeling ill. And when I got back to Jamaica, he was like the first family member outside of my mom and my stepdad that I saw. And I remember the following day when I arrived in Jamaica, he came by and we were on the couch and we were just talking, and he was like, yo, you know, was this what you pictured for your life, just traveling and just being away, living in another country? And I was like to him that I knew that I wanted to see the world. I always knew within me that I wanted to explore more than just being in the Caribbean or just being in Jamaica, because I was always fascinated about different culture and way of life, etc. And we were just there, you know, just having a good reasoning. And I saw him like 5 times when I was back in Jamaica. A few days before my flight, he said he was sick, and I was like, yo, you're sure it's not COVID you have? And I had some of the rapid tests that I took with me from China because they're pretty inexpensive here, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna stack up on this because let me just ensure that this is actually recording, guys. Is it? Yeah, it is. And I was like, all right, are you sure? Are you sure it's not COVID? And I was like, so I'm okay. Let me check. And I got my stuff and I went by and I swabbed him because it's the nasal one. I swabbed him and stuff, and he was fine. It wasn't COVID. Right? I'm not expecting that the last time that we interacted was me administering a COVID test on him. That's my last memory of him. And it was on his veranda at his patio. Right, in Jamaica in the Caribbean, we call it a veranda. So I swabbed him on the veranda, and yeah, I returned back to China. No, he was still in the hospital. And I was sleeping and I woke up to a message that he's dead. I woke up to a message that he died, and I froze because even up to this day I can't believe that the man just dropped out. He's gone just like that. Just as I went home and returned back in like 4 days, he died. So yeah, I think that still has a toll on me. So yeah, that happened, and that was August. And then I was grieving within that time. And then in October came my 31st birthday. Still can't believe that I'm of that age right now. I'm 31 years old. Like, I'm 32 this year. So yeah, I visited Thailand. I had a very relaxing, fun, adventurous, all the adjectives that you can think of to describe a fantastic, a marvelous getaway. That was it. I had like a whole mixture of everything in that trip. So yeah, so in October I celebrated my 31st birthday. I actually did not take the camera. I stopped vlogging August 2023. That's when I stopped vlogging. I didn't take up a camera until this week. I took up my camera. So that was October. Still was in my grieving process, but I still enjoyed my birthday. And well, my birthday week, because usually we have national holiday in China during that time, and I usually celebrate my birthday for a week, not on the actual day, but the week leading up. So I went to Thailand like from September 28th, and I returned to China September 28th. I returned back to China October 7th. And then after that, I got sick. So I was sick for my 31st birthday, but it was fine. I was grateful. I had so much to celebrate. I had life. So yeah, that was amazing. I didn't go to work because I was ill. I didn't do anything on that day. So yeah, that was amazing. And then in December, I went to South Korea. I didn't get to see my childhood friend from high school, but that was okay. I'll definitely go back to see her because she's pregnant and I was staying in Seoul and she lives Busan side. So it's like 8 hours away. It's kind of hard it was just a week that I was there for. It was kind of hard for us to meet each other. So I'll definitely revisit and spend some time with her before I leave this side of the world. But yeah, Seoul was amazing. It was amazing. The Koreans were great. That trip was just fabulous. Like, I did skiing for the first time. Skiing, I ate like a lot of Korean food, and let me tell you, if you're ever in Seoul, you need to have fried chicken. You have to have chicken. It was just tasty. It's like they stepped in it. They stepped in it and they left a toe in it because it was that good. So yeah, that was just an experience that when I returned to China, I had withdrawal. Like, I had withdrawal to the point that I ordered Korean food, like Korean fried chicken, but of course it didn't slap the same, right? And oh my god, it was just a time. The people were amazing, and it just felt different than being in China because no one was staring at you, no one cared about you. You just went about your day, and yeah, you just lived, you just existed regularly like in the West. And that was awesome, being back in the West and just being in my world that no one cared. No one cared about how you look, how they just didn't care, you know? That's not an experience in China. Like, you know, you're always the center of attention as a foreigner, especially a black foreigner. So that was nice. Like, it was a relief just traveling to all those countries during that time. All right, so yeah, let me just check to see if I'm on track. All right. I covered everything. All right, so yeah. So I've always wanted to return through the entire time that I was traveling and living, and it just didn't happen. And now it's time. Now is the time for me to vlog again. And it's not just all of that happened, but it's not just being present, but it also had to do with the challenges that comes with YouTube. And as I said earlier, the biggest challenge I have with YouTube is feeling like I don't have a balance in my life, because a lot doesn't happen throughout the week for me, right? To find content, I have to plan for the weekend, because for me during the week it's just all about work. I need to look in the lens. Just work. Go to work, get back home, relax, rinse and repeat the same thing. But so like the weekend would just be filming and editing, and I just had like a lot of problems sometimes with the editing. I had a lot of challenges with corrupted files, and I always want my videos to be perfect. And the biggest drawback as well was where the algorithm was trending. I was tired of creating just China related content, and the ones that really got traction would be the ones that has some negativity towards it, like black girl in the streets of China, or just having Chinese reaction. And really and truly, I'm just not about that life. I'm about positive energy and just being, just be having that uplifting energy. That's what I'm about. So the fact that I'm now able to travel, I feel like I can give more. And I've also like re-strategized my approach. So instead of uploading on a Sunday, I'm gonna start uploading on a Friday. So if I capture content over the weekend, I still have enough time to edit throughout the week without feeling overwhelmed. So that's the trajectory that I am on. And yeah, I've missed you guys, and thank you guys for, there's some of you that checked on me. Thank you so much. And if you follow me on Instagram, you'd have seen the highlights throughout my year. And if you haven't started following me, go ahead and follow me right now. Here's my handle. Just go ahead and follow me. I'm back. I've been intentional this year. One of my goals is actually to be consistent. I struggle with consistency. So discipline and consistency is the aim for 2024. Just being intentional, and this channel will definitely take a different route, I believe. I feel like I'm a grown-ass woman. I'm 31 years old, and not that I've changed drastically, but I feel like I've now honed me. I know me. I know what I want. I know what I don't want. And yeah, you're gonna get some grown energy on this channel. Some grown woman energy, I should say. So thank you guys so much for still rocking with me. Thank you. And guess what? Before I leave, so I even had a sign. You know, the other day I went to my friend's restaurant to celebrate another friend's, my colleague, birthday, and I met a subscriber, and she was like, I watch all of your channels, especially when I was stuck in the US. If you're watching this video now, thank you so much. That was like the energy that I also needed to restart. Yeah, I feel like I'm rambling now. I think I've covered everything. I have covered everything. And the next couple of videos will be traveling content because I'm heading to 3 countries. So the video after this will be somewhat of a collective video with maintenance and just getting ready for the trip, packing and stuff like that. And then the videos that follow will be when I'm in those countries, and I'm not gonna disclose because I want you guys to stay tuned. All right, guys, I'm gonna stop the video here. I am back. I'm back. Interact with me. I am back. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. And until next time, thank you so much for watching this video. Bye.